What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to Saturday night's Anfield Agenda News Roundup. And you can see from the smile on my face that I'm feeling pretty good right now as a Liverpool fan. After that victory over Bournemouth, we can now sit back, feet up, and watch Manchester City and Arsenal do battle tomorrow, knowing that somebody somewhere is dropping points and it should benefit Liverpool in our pursuit of league title number 20. Over the course of this video, I'm going to take you through some post-match comments from Arne Slot. We're going to be asking, has agent Szoboszlai still continued his good work on Kirkes? We're going to give you the latest around Karim Adeyemi and his future, as Liverpool's name has been mentioned with him, as well as some takes on the transfer window and a little bit about Arne Slot's superpowers. Yeah, you didn't know the gaffer had superpowers, did you? More on that coming up in a moment. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to start with a massive thank you to everyone that has subscribed and supported the channel. As you can see in the top corner, we're closing in on 300,000 subscribers. Less than 3,000 to go now. And every one of you that hit that button moves us a little bit closer. So thank you for that. Once you've watched the video, you know the drill. Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And drop a like if you do enjoy it. Now let's get straight into it, because there's a lot to get through over the next 8 to 10 minutes. And we're going to start off with a couple of takes on a piece by Jonathan Norcroft. Starts off by saying, a source said regarding Richard Hughes' measured approach in the transfer market with Liverpool, it was clear that improving players was one of Arne Slot's superpowers. So why would you stop him using it by just buying? Come on now. Stop him using it by just buying. Well, we haven't stopped him using it because we haven't bought anybody. And yes, his superpowers has been very good. But supplementing that to give him more superpowers, or maybe more firepower, would be no harm whatsoever. But you can see the improvements that Arne has made. Ryan Gravenberch, probably the main candidate there. He's been absolutely phenomenal under Arne, and long may that continue. So staying with Jonathan Norcroft and another piece here, this around the contract extensions. This piece says, Liverpool wants Salah, Van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold to stay, with Richard Hughes leading the negotiation. So far, so good. But, however, the players have to want to stay, said Mr. Norcroft, with Alexander-Arnold currently considering interest from Real Madrid. Again, let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section. Obviously, Trent went off today, and we'll give you a little more on that one in a moment. This final bit, though, kind of it takes the proverbial a little bit for me. At Liverpool, where there is no state or oligarch funding, they know you can't spend the money twice. That's where we're starting here, but the rest of this piece I'll read on in a second. But just on that, you can't spend the money twice. Seemingly, sometimes John can't spend the money once, to be fair. So spending it twice, I get where they're coming from, though. We have to do things right. And as much as, for example, Salah is valued, no player can be handed a contract that risks the club's financial health and long-term stability. An example to bear in mind is the mess Arsenal get into after handing deals to Ozil and Aubameyang. Now, I find this disrespectful. I find this disrespectful to Liverpool fans' intelligence, and I find this disrespectful to Mohamed Salah, because he is not Mesut Ozil, nor is he Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He is a man that is chasing down legacy. He is a man that is rewriting the record books, and he is a man right now with 21 goals and 13 assists in the Premier League. So stop trying to lowball everybody. Stop trying to make out like Liverpool are poor. Stop buying into it. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid. And let's just admit that we have money and we want to spend it wisely. But don't make out like we're broke, because we're all fed up with that. Come on, we're not broke. Liverpool have money. They choose not to spend it, and hopefully we see that change. But on the contract renewals, it is a travesty that Mohamed Salah and Virgil haven't been extended. Trent, we know that'll come down to what Trent wants to do. But nobody's buying into this. The lads have done more than enough to show they're still playing at the top level and are continuing to do so. So comparing them to the likes of Ozil and Aubameyang at Arsenal, it just doesn't seem fair to me. But maybe I'm wrong. Let me know your thoughts. Right. Back when Virgil van Dijk was at Celtic, Richard Hughes told Edwards to sign him. There you go. Now, before that, McAllister told Brendan Rodgers to sign him as well when he was at Celtic. He was a sounding board for Edwards when plotting the recruitment of Mohamed Salah and Alisson from Roma. This is great. This is good news. We know there's a good relationship between Edwards and Hughes. We just want to see that put into action from a Liverpool perspective. Obviously, today we sat back and we've seen some of the players that he's brought into Bournemouth and some very talented guys there. And Liverpool fans are excited to see what this relationship between Edwards and Hughes brings. But I think it's all got to be built off the foundations of those contracts being sorted. And hopefully we get that good news soon. But again, let me know your thoughts on that relationship between Edwards and Hughes. Is it one that fills you full of confidence? Now, let's talk Ryan Gravenberch for a minute, shall we? Because today's performance, yet again for me, was one that underlines quite how good he is. 90 minutes played. 40 out of 43 accurate passes, so 93% there. 2 key passes, 9 out of 13 duels won, 7 tackles and 4 interceptions, and 1 very, very capable Dutch footballer. So, well done to Ryan Gravenberch on another good performance. And again, Mohamed Salah for his goal today, his 2 goals actually, absolutely top notch. Agent Szoboszlai's at work. If you haven't seen it, well, you probably have on the thumbnail. He's already pictured there with his arm around Milos Kerkez with a little smiley picture. And is this a hint at the future? We know Kerkez has come out on a stream and said he isn't joining Liverpool, but we don't know whether he was speaking about just in the winter market or ever. He impressed today, as did Semenyo. I can't deny it. They were both really, really good. And I like what Dominic Szoboszlai is doing there. I think he may end up in a Liverpool shirt, Kerkez. I think he's going to want to push on with his career. But let me know what you think. 50 million quid seems to be the number. Do you think we see Kerkez in a Liverpool shirt from the start of next season? Let me know in the comments. Right, we're moving on now to Arne Slot speaking about Trent Alexander-Arnold after the game. And whilst we don't have a definitive prognosis yet, this is what the manager had to say. Trent asked me if he could come off and then he went down. He felt something. I can't tell you exactly what it is because it's only an hour or so after it happened, but it's never a good sign if a player is asking for a substitution. I would be surprised if he's available to play on Thursday, but let's hope he's back as soon as possible. Now, obviously, Liverpool have a massive game on Thursday. Second leg of the League Cup semi-final against Spurs. 1-0 down from the first leg, but second leg is at Anfield, and I'm expecting us to get the job done and make our way to another League Cup final. This is probably Spurs' best chance of a trophy this season. Maybe the Europa League, but let's wait and see what happens. I'm really optimistic going into it, but we have to earn the right to win. But I do think we'll turn it around at Anfield. If he puts out a strong team, which I'm expecting, I think we'll have enough time to have the lads recovered, go out there and get that job done. And I'm backing the boys to do it. But let me know what you guys think. Slot on the penalty decision. This is beautiful. This is peak shithousery from Arne. He said, online, there's always controversies, especially from fans that are probably not in favour of Liverpool. I'll say for you, Arne, Arsenal fans who were in my chat today, I'm sure in Redman's chat, and everybody else's, been rather salty about it all. It was a penalty. Get over it. It was scored. We won. Get over it. And now it's time to see what Arsenal can do tomorrow against Manchester City. But what you can't do at this moment in time is catch the Reds at the top of the league, and you're going to have to make do with second place Arsenal at the best case scenario, because you never know with City, they might hunt you down. But for me, I think Liverpool are deserving league title leaders at the minute, but we have to go make sure we get the job done. So here's an interesting little few numbers for you. Bayer Leverkusen unbeaten in 11, Lille unbeaten in 21, Bournemouth unbeaten in 11 until they played Arne Slot's Liverpool. And then it all went out the window. So, Arne Slot, the streak breaker, the record breaker, whatever you'd like to call him, just don't be on a winning streak and come to play one of Arne's teams and think that you're going to leave with that streak intact. He's already destroyed a few, and he's going to try a few more along the way. Lastly, but by no means least, a little bit from around Karim Adeyemi. So this piece here says Karim Adeyemi's decided to refuse Napoli's offer to go over there and take the place of Kvicha Kvaratskhelia and stay at Borussia Dortmund this winter. The 23-year-old wants to play in the Premier League and has set his sights on clubs such as Liverpool and Chelsea. Let me know what you think there, Reds, because most people, like myself, and most people I've been speaking to, think we could probably do a little bit better than Karim Adeyemi. And I've no doubt he does want to move to the Premier League because it's the best league in the world. But Chelsea probably seems a better fit. Or maybe you think differently. Let me know in the comments. If you were to bring in another forward, would you like it to be Karim Adeyemi? Or do you think maybe a Semenyo as an example, who really did impress me today? Like the power, the close quarter dribbling skills, the accuracy, it was impressive. Him and Kerkez today really did stand out. Young centre back there, Huijsen as well, one to keep an eye on. And as I've mentioned at the start of this video, Richard Hughes did a very good job stacking that Bournemouth team with young, hungry players. And hopefully he can do something similar at Liverpool. But for me, I want all of that to be built off the foundation of Mohamed Salah, Virgil and Trent staying. Or at the very least, Mohamed Salah and Virgil, because maybe we've no control over the Trent situation. Then that gives us time to succession plan properly over the next couple of years and see what the future has in store. So that is it from me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. There won't be any live stream tomorrow unless Arsenal lose, in which case I might come on for a little bit of, you know, shithousery, laughing, mocking, all the stuff people hate me for. Just who I am. If not, we'll have a news video coming out tomorrow, but we will be back on Monday with a late night agenda live stream, of course, because it is transfer deadline day. And thank you all again for your time and your support. Have yourselves a lovely weekend. The Reds are top of the league, and there's nothing that Arsenal can do about it for the minute. Up the Reds.